Hello friends, welcome to the fourth and the last week of this online faculty development program on communication skills and personality development organized by Government Polytechnic Hingoli, Maharashtra. Well, I am Dr. Utpal Ganatra working as lecturer in English. I am going to make my presentation on developing impactful personality. The points which I am going to cover today are popular usage of the term personality and its implications, breaking some myths regarding personality, decoding elements of personality, and finally, I will talk about your real personality as a teacher. Let me begin by saying that personality is a miraculous property. It is something which makes everyone unique. We know that we cannot pluck, buy, borrow, exchange, duplicate, download, or transplant personality from anyone or anywhere. One has to create, develop, and maintain it through conscious choices. We need to remember that building an impactful personality takes both time and efforts. If we look at the popular usage of the term, we find that various adjectives are used to describe personality. For example, somebody might say that I am smart, shy, creative, or emotional. By doing so, one creates a stereotype sense of identity or belonging. This also helps one to categorize one's personality as these or that. This also enables one to understand oneself and others in a better manner. But then it has some negative implications. For instance, one may start believing that my personality is fixed. I am just like that. That's my personality out of my control. Or I can't do anything about it. One may also behave in a thoughtless, unpleasant, and rigid way. One may use it as an excuse for one's poor behavior, and unfortunately, one may also stop trying to change oneself. Let us see what Swami Vivekananda has to say. He is of the opinion that each one can grow and strengthen his personality. This is one of the great practical things, and this is the secret of all education. So, personality is not something which is fixed, stable, or unchangeable. It is definitely changeable. It can be changed because it is fluid. We need to understand that personality keeps evolving. It is a continuous and a never ending process. Let's try to break some myths. Personality is physical appearance of a person. This is what a majority of people believe. People say that a person can get attention and respect if he or she dresses and looks well. It is also believed that a person can impress others around him by his good speech, etiquettes, and use of latest gadgets. They also say that one has to be a rich person or a celebrity to make one's personality impactful. Do you think so? Well, let me use an analogy. If I tell you that you are supposed to eat this corn, how will you feel? Definitely you will feel that there is something missing. And what is missing is not ordinary thing, it is really special thing. So what is missing is the essential part of this ice cream cone, and that is ice cream. So I would like to say that the external cone, the cone is itself external personality, and the ice cream is internal personality. We cannot do without any of them because both of them need to be strengthened. I hope you have got the point. So the elements of personality are twofold, external and internal. By external personality, I mean to draw your attention towards all these points which all of you I'm sure know about. So far you must have attended many training programs, heard a lot about personality, or watched some videos on personality. So by and large, what a majority of people focus on is the external personality because this is visible. So look and appearance, clothes, apparels, and dress, some shoes, wristwatch, grooming, perfume, hairstyle, ornaments or jewelry, how you walk and speak and look. So this is external part. I'm sure, I think there is no need to focus much on that. I will focus more on internal personality, because our personality is basically made of our thoughts. So, internal personality covers thoughts, attitude, mindset, approach, vision, point of view, values and ethics, and one's own qualities like personal magnetism, which attract another people towards that person. I strongly believe that one's internal personality and thoughts can definitely impact external personality as well. Well, we are teachers, and we know that we are loaded with so many expectations. People use various terms to describe a teacher. So, these are some of them. People say that a teacher is like a candle, a teacher is a gardener, a sculptor, architect, torch bearer, second parent, nation builder, an ATM of knowledge, a fountain of inspiration, and if this is not enough, one more, brand ambassador of an education institute. Well, why am I talking about this? Because apart from all these various tags, one more is there, and it is role model. We are looked upon as role model in society. So, if we are considered as role model in society, isn't it our moral obligation to think and reflect about our own personality? So, now it's time to reflect. Let's see what Joe Martin says. He is of the opinion that the modern day teacher has to earn respect by teaching with passion and genuine personality in order to build credibility. It's time to ask yourself, do I have a successful personality as a teacher? Do I possess an impactful personality? Let us go ahead. Your teacherhood, that is your real personality, basically consists of two different things. The first is being, and the second is doing. As it is well apparent from this picture, you can see that our assumptions, our beliefs, our values, as well as our thoughts make our being, that is what we are. And all of that leads to our behavior, that is what we do. So, our personality as a teacher is comprising of two different things, that is being and doing. So, personality as far as teachers are concerned, it includes two things: your being, that is your nature and qualities, and your doing, that is your actions and behavior. What if I tell you that no right personality exists? Perhaps I might be the first buddy who is telling you about such a strange thing. Well, Alois Heller is of the opinion that there is nothing like right personality, because right personality is something which we need to use in a particular moment as per the situation. You may describe a person as a cool person, but at times he or she may be furious with somebody. So, it is something which keeps on changing as per the situation. We need to change our personality as per the situation. A great teacher in a TED talk says that teachers are actors. We change our personalities temporarily to suit the situation. I think this is true with each one of us. So, the only thing that I want to extend to you today is, please understand that it's fine not to have a charismatic personality. People say Shah Rukh Khan has a good personality, Swami Vivekananda has a good personality, Narendra Modi has a good personality, Abdul Kalam has a good personality. But then please note one thing, that you need not be an attractive or charismatic personality, because personality is not a competition. Please accept and appreciate yourself as you are, because you don't need to think about right or perfect personality. There is nothing like right or perfect personality. The only thing that you can think about is improving yourself day by day. So, I would advise you to follow two P's, that is passion and professionalism. Why passion? Because it, as the picture reads, do it with passion or not at all. I think we all should ask ourselves, are we a teacher by choice or by chance? If you are a teacher by choice, you will be reflecting a great amount of passion on your face. It is also said that teaching itself is not a profession, it is a passion. And somebody has said that like tends to beget almost like. If we are passionate as teachers, we will be able to make our students passionate as well. So I request you, think about this and try to be passionate about your subject, teaching, sharing knowledge and updating it on continuous basis. Please have a pleasing smile on your face. Try to spread positivity through words and actions. That's all I mean by the word passion. Second is professionalism. Ask yourself, do your actions reflect you as a teacher? Your public identity, your private identity? Is there integrity in your behavior? Do you dress appropriately? I would request you to have a thought on all of this. You should present yourself in a decent manner in front of students, parents, colleagues, and authorities. As in the first week of this FDP, it has already been covered. You should have good communication skills. So please have excellent command over oral and written communication. Oral communication definitely includes verbal and non-verbal both. So you should try to have command over both these communication types. Try to improve your interpersonal skills. So I think it's time to reflect upon all the points which I have discussed. I would stop my presentation with a single wake-up call. That is, don't wear a brand, be a brand. Because if you wear a brand, that is, use a costly phone or use expensive clothes or wear very expensive shoes, that will have an impact, but that will not lead to a permanent impact. What you are as a teacher consists of your being and doing. So please think about this. So let us depart with this call. Don't wear a brand, be a brand. That's all I had to share in today's presentation. I hope all of you will admire my points. You will think about them. Please note my email ID and mobile number. Thank you. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you. Thank you very much.